Who can use the slasher? Is that...
It's a sword. I think they can both use it.
Chrono?
Chrono.
Yeah.
We're really gonna sell all of our weapons and shit.
We don't. We kind of don't need to.
Well, for
You
money,
can, but-
there's no point in keeping it.
There's also no point
Or
selling
is there?
it.
She's damn good.
What's up, chats? What's up, chats? Keeping it real.
How's the chat?
How is the chat? Chat, tell me your life story.
Got some Alex.
I got plenty of time. Alright, so we have to go kill everyone on the way there and then have another boss fight, right?
Yep.
And then what's after that?
You guys.
We literally just saved, guys, for everybody who's yelling
Yeah.
save at us.
Don't worry, don't worry. I took care of
I don't know
it.
what happened. You glanced away to take a sip.
I'm
of
that
drink.
good. I'm that good, you guys. I'm that
We
good. You
just
blinked.
did it.
You blinked.
And Multiplayer Mayhem is coming back.
Yeah.
In case you guys are wondering, Multiplayer M is coming back now.
Yeah, that's gonna be back.
By the way.
There he is.
Yes.
So while I was,
Pooping.
hold on, while I was pooping, I saw there were some people who were like, there was like one guy that's like, all right, good night, everybody. I'm going to bed. You made the worst decision of your life. Because literally the next like hour of this game is like maybe one of the coolest parts.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you.
You can't go to bed right now.
I feel so
You
bad for you.
can't.
You're leaving at one of the coolest parts of the game. Also, started from the bottom. Apparently, is what this goes. This says, so
It's like Drake.
we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Sprite started from the bottom. Who knew?
No one knew that true life story about Sprite.
Can we have story recaps every once in a while, Doctor? How would you describe the story so far?
Sprite's dad left when he was just a
We
kid.
are a young man named Chrono who
That's
woke up
us.
one day. Our mother informed us that the Millennial Fair was going on, and we said, awesome, gotta go to that.
Millennials.
So
It's your throne.
we went to the Millennial Fair, and we ran into a young lady named Marl.
Keep going. I'm listening.
Okay, it turned out that at the Millennial Fair...
It's really cool.
Here, do you want a mic?
Sure.
So where are you gonna go?
Get that mic on.
Okay.
Where you going?
Right here. I got room for you here, Davis.
You want to sit there?
Join me.
There's two chairs.
So
That's
Nope.
what I said.
That didn't work at all.
Chair.
I tried
On the pull string.
I tried something
Whatever.
silly, and it didn't work.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so at the Millennial Fair, we ran into a young lady named Marl. And Marl
you
was
want me
like, I'm new around here, could you show me around? And you're like, sure, I'm actually about to go look at my friend Luca's new invention. You go to look at her new invention, and Luca's like, I made a teleporter. You can stand on this thing, and it puts you on that thing. And we're like, cool. Marl stands on it, and her necklace glows, and she vanishes. We somehow, by anime magic, figure out how to recreate the process, and we go after her through this portal.
Hell yeah.
Going through the portal takes us into the past, where the queen of the past version of the kingdom we live in, the queen is missing. And our friend Marl has taken the place of the queen because she oddly looks identical to the queen. So they found Marl in the woods and they were like, ah, our queen. And Marl was like, sure. But because of that, Marl ceased to be. She vanished because it turned out that she was the great-great-great-granddaughter.
4 generations.
Yeah, 4 generations later, great-great-great-granddaughter of the queen who was missing. And so since they had found Marl in the woods, they had stopped looking for the actual queen, which meant that Marl could never have been born because the queen of that world would have just stayed missing forever. So we decide, you know what we gotta do? We have to go find the queen. So we go find the queen, we sort everything out. Everything's totally fine.
But during the process of saving the queen, right when we think we're about to get our butts kicked, a frog shows up
Yeah.
and is like, I'm here to help kick some ass.
Yeah, and he's awesome.
Yeah.
And,
You got this. You're doing great.
Yeah.
thank you. He's awesome. And we are like, all right, cool. We fixed everything. And Frog is like, awesome. Thanks, guys. We all high five. And we peace out to our own time period. We get back to our own time period, and we are immediately kidnapped for kidnapping the princess.
Because what happens is in the past, when we save the original queen, and we save the Chancellor 400 years ago is like, you know what, we need to make a police force to stop this kind of shit from happening. So when you get back to the future, there's now a police force that immediately arrests Chrono for kidnapping the princess.
So we are put on trial. We're found not guilty of kidnapping the princess, but the Chancellor still says, or the judge still says...
No, the Chancellor. The Chancellor's like, yeah.
He's like, we're gonna put you in solitary confinement for just a couple of days because...
Oh, no, that's what the judge says. Yeah.
Because, you know, either way, you were involved in the princess being missing for a while, so we'll just, you know, we'll put you away to make everybody happy. But the Chancellor really wants you dead, so the Chancellor's like, yeah, all right, I'll walk him to the jail. Walks him over and is like, this guy's supposed to be murdered. And they're like, okay. So we had to break out of jail, defeat the Chancellor, basically, escape the castle.
Kill a lot of guards.
Kill a lot of guards.
A lot of people died. Yeah,
we should have gone to jail after that point.
Yeah,
we deserve to die now.
At that point, we deserve
to be hung.
Marl comes with us because she's like, whatever, Dad, I don't want to be a princess anyway.
Fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, she comes with us. We run away, and Marl's like, oh my gosh, here's another, like, rip, like a weird portal. Let's just go into it.
Is this the same strategies before?
Yeah, X strike, and then she's gonna. Remember, you're gonna get.
She's gonna give you weird status
befuddled and crap. Yeah.
Okay. How do I handle it?
Use your heals, your heal items.
Also,
Like
the item called heal is what you'd use.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway.
So Marl's like, guys, let's just go through this portal. It'll be totally fine. Like, that's our only way of getting away from all these guards. And we're like, I don't know about this. And she's like, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So we go through this portal, and we wind up way in the future. Like, in a far dystopian future.
2300 AD.
Yeah.
And it's the post-apocalypse, and it's
we're going,
messed up.
What happened here? This is, like,
Space
really
fight!
messed up.
All the cities are destroyed.
All of the people that we can find are, like, starving, and just, like, humanity is basically falling apart and vanishing.
I mean, passed out.
Yeah, heal. Heal does everything.
Healer, just wait until he gets hit.
Yeah, if he's asleep, if he gets hit, he'll be fine.
So we go way into the future, and why? What?
Oh my
who,
God!
So what
tells us what to do there?
So what happens in the future is we go into, because when we meet these people and they're like, you know, down below there's food down there, and if you want to go down and get the food, that'd be awesome. Right. So we go.
Yeah, because they said that they're big rats. They're like mutant rats down there.
Yeah, they sap all your.
So basically, they're like, we need to go down, and we need to, essentially help these people get food. And so what happens is we find the food stores, but the food stores are completely rotten. All the food is gone, just destroyed. But we do find a couple of seeds. And so we take those back, but we discover on a body down there that there's another password to get into another part of this area.
Right.
So we go there, and we locate a thing called the Protodome, where Luke is like, well, there might be stuff there. And then Marl's like, what's this do? Blop, and presses a button, which shows video footage of the end of the world in 1999, when this creature, Lavos, literally, like, explodes through the world and destroys everything. Yeah, it kills everyone. And so Luca is like, what the shit? And Marl and Luca basically are like, we need to stop this from happening. How do we stop this?
Yeah, we're the only ones who, because we have time travel, we're literally the only ones that can stop this. Like, we need to do whatever we can to try and make this not be our future.
So they go to the dome, and there they find a robot named Krenbot, a.k.a. Robo. And Robo is this robot that they fix, and he's like, hey, I'm going to help show you guys around, but we need power back on in this area. So what happens is you go to a factory, and in that factory you do all the, like, things you do in order to get the power back on, but then a bunch of other robots show up. And,
tell him that he's malfunctioning.
Yeah, they tell him he's malfunctioning and beat the shit out of him.
No, they're my friends!
And he's like, you're my friend, robots! And they're like, you're an asshole, and they beat up their friend. So Robo gets beat up and, like, trashed.
They, like, really go to town.
Yeah.
They throw him in a trash chute. And so then you fight his robot allies, and then you save Robo and drag him back to the dome.
Fix him up.
And you fix him, and he's like, well, I have nothing here, like, let me come with you. because you're my friend. And they're like, we love you, Robo. And he's like, that's not compute, right? And so they then jump into another portal.
And because there are 4 of them, they go to the end of time. And the end of time is just like this, basically like this vacuum of space with this small little piece of land with an old man there. And he's like, oh, well, only 3 people can go through
Yes.
a time portal at once.
If 4
What were
people go,
y'all
you end up
thinking?
here. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so when you're there, he says that, you know, in order to stop all this crap, you need to... I'm trying to think what happens after that, because you decide to go...
Try everybody heal.
We
working on it.
learn magic, and then
We learn magic, but we need to go back to... We need to stop someone. I don't remember how.
Frog's dead. Later, Frog. Fuck
Isn't that
me.
you just go to prehistoric times again for some reason?
No. What happens
no.
is... What,
we don't go to prehistoric times
him up,
until
get
we
him
need
up,
to
get
fix the
him
Masamune.
yeah, what happens is we discover that and I'm not sure how we discover this, but that Magus is going to summon Lavos. And the only way to stop Magus...
No. We go back, because the old man at the end of the world is like, well, it's time for you to go back to your own time. We go back to our own time, and it's filled with monsters.
No, we go back, but it's a different city. It's a city in the south, and monsters live in that city, and they're like, well, ever since the war ended, and you guys won, like, man, we've just been chilling out down here.
No. In the future that we...
Yeah.
In
We go
our
back.
time period that we go back to, they're like, Magus won.
Yeah, when you go back in time the first time, it's different.
Oh, alright, whatever.
Yeah, we go back. We go into the future, and
Because Melchior is like in a weird place by himself, isn't he? Instead of
Yeah, and like his
being
house. He's
afraid.
like...
yeah,
So yeah, we go back, and they're monsters, and we basically...
there's no Millennial Fair. Like nothing's going on. The humans are in a different place, and yeah, there are monsters everywhere. And apparently, like somehow what we've done has shifted the future, or shifted our own time period.
Yeah, so they mention Magus, and Magus brings about Lavos, and Lavos ends the world.
Right.
So you decide the only way to stop him is to go back 400 years again and fight him and stop him from doing it. So you get back,
Too much.
you discover that Magus is like kicking everyone's ass,
Shit.
and the only way to stop him is to find this legendary hero who has appeared from nowhere, who has the hero's badge. And
Fuck,
so
do it again.
you go search for this legendary hero, and it turns out he's just a little boy.
Did it.
And the little boy is like, oh boy, this is too tough. I don't want to do this. This is like, I just found this badge. I don't even want it. And he says the only way to, like, there's a magic sword up in this mountain. If you get the sword, you become the hero and a badass. So you go up to the top of the mountain.
Apparently, we're right, or we're wrong, and Jesse's right. That
Yeah, it's just a
everything
little-
is-
it's just
but
a little
the-
village.
But the Millennial Fair isn't going
But
on
it's
when we
always
get
there.
back.
That village of monsters is always there.
Can we buy mid-tonics?
But that's
So
just...
never mind. Our bad.
You can. Anyway, same point though.
What was
You
that shiny
learn...
shit?
You pick up an item. I think, and so what happens is one magic tab, yeah. So then be sure to use those 2 tabs you have.
On who?
It doesn't really matter at this point.
Probably Frog, right?
Yeah.
Because he needs the. he
Also,
needs the-
Frog, I feel like he's gonna be a party member the entire game.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So what happens is we go find the Masamune and we fight Masa and Mune, who are these 2 little impish guys. And they're like, the only person who ever beat us was Cyrus, but you know, you're pretty fucking awesome.
They're basically the spirits of the sword.
Yeah, and so we defeat them, and we get the blade of the sword, but we're missing the hilt. And so we eventually discover Frog again. We discover... Hey! Nice, my man.
Red Bull.
Fridge those
Thanks,
babies.
man.
We,
The brick car.
Mark the brick car.
There you go.
Rick, thank you.
So what happens is we find Frog, and Frog is like, what are you doing here? And he's like, yo, it's nice to see you, but,
Isn't that
Dog.
shit?
you know, I'm no hero.
Yeah.
And
I'm
we're like,
no Superman.
yeah, but like, you know, you helped us out. You're a badass. And we discover that he has the hilt of the Masamune, and we need to reforge it. And so the only way to reforge it is by
Bringing it back to Melchior.
Slapping the
yeah, we need to find a person because Frog's like, no one can reforge this. No one is able to reforge this. And we're like, we know a guy who can do that, but he's 400 years in the future.
Well, we look at the hilt of the sword, and it says
Says
Melchior's
yeah.
name on it, and
Yeah.
we're like, we know Melchior. That's
By the
weird.
way, for
We
future
go way
spoilers,
back, Melchior and us.
future spoilers, how can Melchior have made the sword, but he lives 400 years in the future? Oh! Anyway, so what happens is we go to him, and he's like, well, the only way to repair this is to find something called Dreamstone.
Yeah.
But Dreamstone hasn't existed for a very, very long time. But we remember back at the end of time, there was a portal to 65 million BC. So we travel all the way back to 65 million BC, and we meet Ayla, who is a cave woman who's the chief of her tribe,
You want something? You can't.
and we also meet the
You can't
reptites.
have any.
And the reptites are basically human dinosaur men. And
The reptilians.
I love you.
yes, yeah, they're these big reptile men. And so what happens is we fight them and meet Azala, who's like the reptite leader.
You say it before you.
And he's super smart, by the way.
Yeah, he's like a super
all
smart
of
reptile.
all of the prehistoric like cave people that we meet are like,
Dumb as nails.
you strong, me strong, like.
But the
caveman
reptites
talk.
are like
But the
geniuses.
reptites are really
Yeah.
smart.
And so we defeat them and get the Dreamstone and get our key, because they stole our key that controls the gateways. And so we had to go get it back, and that's why we met Azala. And it was like, well, I'm going to stay in this village and manage my tribe and stuff, but see you guys later. We may find her again, wink. But, so we go back to 1000 AD with the Dreamstone, and Melchior reforges a sword. So we travel back to 600 AD and give it to Frog. And we learn that Frog is the squire of the famous knight Cyrus. And Cyrus was killed by Magus, who is basically so far the bad guy of the game. He's always talked about, we've never seen him until just recently, but only in flashbacks.
Remember the cranberry.
And so what happens is we give Frog this sword, and he's like, goes full on anime, where he like holds it above his head and a light shines like off the freaking planet. And he's just like, let's do this! And he cuts a hole in a freaking mountain.
Yeah.
And then we sneak our way into Magus's castle.
Anime?
Anime! And so what happens now, we are in Magus's castle, about to have the big showdown.
We are literally about to.
This is
fight
the
Magus.
end of Act 1 of Chrono Trigger, and it's one of the like coolest. The next hour is probably one of the coolest parts of any video game ever. Brace your ass, because
agree.
crazy shit goes down.
Yeah, I should have been gone a long time ago. I stayed for this. This is the shit.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, I gotta
Me
make
too.
music and further
This
my
is
life.
legit one of the
Fuck you,
coolest
Alex.
moments in video
Yeah,
games.
fuck you.
So, if you have to sleep, hold off.
Somebody just said, "Sorry, I missed a part. Can you repeat all of that?"
Nope.
No, absolutely
By the way,
not.
yeah, I left. It's been like, that was like a 15, 20 minute recap. For the first third of the game?
Yeah.
Kill those kids.
I want to murder all of them.
Yeah. You want our treasure?
Yeah.
No, I want your fucking souls.
Yes, please.
Chug it.
Let's fucking go!
Pew, 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 pew. Ooh, do some fire circles.
Oh shit, you're right.
Everybody's like, "Fuck my life." Only
That's the
Act
best
1.
part about having her. You can
No.
start doing some
For
animes.
legit though, do not go to sleep until after this next bit is done. I mean this in the nicest way possible.
Jesse will give you the okay to sleep.
I will let you know when you can
Oh yeah, I
sleep.
can't do damage. I forgot. You're right. Shit.
Trust
right.
me. There will be a point in time when I'll be like, all right, you can sleep for a while and come back. But for now, do not go to sleep. The next part is so good.
World.
Yeah.
That's the money.
That's the money. What about water?
That's fine. The next part's so good.
No,
Will's bouncing. 'Cause he's a pussy.
Yeah, I'm ditching the shit out of you guys.
I have to pick some.
Beat that honesty. Get that bubble.
No, we're not playing through it multiple times over. We're playing until we beat it, and that's it.
Yeah.
I will play this again though.
Yeah, no, this is a game that has so many endings depending on the choices you make for the rest of the game. Like, there's so many things that you can do. There's a point in the game where literally it's like, does this character live or die? Oh my god, and it's one of those moments where it's
What
like,
did I just do?
you just poured it into this place.
No, go save it.
Yeah, go back out and save. Go to the other direction.
Yeah, go back.
See, those guys keep spawning?
I mean, they may, but it doesn't matter. Just you need XP and you need tech points really bad.
So,
I know, but I'd rather save in peace and quiet than do this.
Yeah, you can save.
We're also like out of mid tonics and such.
Shelter, bro.
Yeah, use a shelter.
can we?
No, I'm fine.
You're saying that in fights,
if we're gonna do this fight right now.
You're gonna use tonics instead of mid tonics.
Right, it's gonna slow it down this fight. Can I go by, perhaps?
Guys, New Seva, is that your name? Let me tell you right now.
Saved. Go head out and see if you can buy it.
Thank
And if
you.
you can't
If-
reload
if-
the save, and you.
When you say, if this isn't the best damn thing that's ever happened to me, I'm holding you accountable, trust me when I say this is probably one of the single best moments in video gaming.
Oh, we have to go back
Yeah,
a long
this is
way,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah, the next hour is
Shit.
fucking bonkers.
It might
It's
be
so
longer-
good.
It might be longer than an hour now that I'm thinking about it.
Question. We're out
No,
of
it's
mid tonics and mid ethers. What do we do?
Ethers.
Well, you just use normal
Damn.
tonics and normal ethers.
No, it's just ETHER.
Ethers?
Often.
No, he said, yeah, no, it's ether.
That's the bit. That's the bit I created for myself.
All right, here we go.
It's the
Can
character.
you not? Can you not buy anything at the?
thought you were telling
no,
me
you
No,
can't, never
you
mind.
can go back, but he'd have to go back through the cave.
We have a ways to go back.
I mean, he
Fuck
could.
it. Let's go YOLO ham.
Yeah, what's the worst? We redo this castle for the sake
Yeah,
of it?
2 crits.
No, he saved.
Nah, we saved, bro. I got you though.
No, I suck.
Also, this next battle alone is
Yeah,
worth it.
here.
Like, the boss fight in here is so good.
Oh shit, back attack.
Damn it, there's no back attacks in this game.
Oh shit, preemptive strike.
Spoiled D said.
Hurricane Cat.
The thing is, it gets even better after that hour, and I totally agree. It just.
No, I
keeps
agree
getting
with that
better.
statement too.
It's
this
a good thing
game-
that I agreed to just not sleep. Like,
Yeah, dude.
let's get fucked up.
This game is next level. Like, I always, like, this is, like I said, I think Final Fantasy VI is a fantastic game. It's my #1. This is a solid #2 game. Like, in the history of video games, this may be one of the best games ever made. Hands down. It only gets better as it goes on. And just when you think, like, oh shit, no, we've experienced all of it, then it throws you another curveball, and you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Oh, it's so good.
Oh shit.
So many different little things to take care of.
Yeah. How does Davis keep his hair so smooth?
Shampoo, condition, comb, blow dry.
You heard the man.
Secrets here first.
TOVG
Yeah, I guess.
See, Jesse has shit taste in RPGs. Did you say shit taste?
Oh, fuck.
You're clearly wrong.
How's
Did you ever play Alpha
how's that
Protocol?
Tales of Symphonia working out
No.
for you, random stranger?
Kotaku wrote an article about how it is stealthily the best RPG of last generation, and it sounds like a hot mess.
What game?
No,
And it's like a Jesse. It sounds like a Jesse game. It's basically what.
the thing about the game is that it's a great idea for a game. They just don't execute it 100% perfect.
Can I just, honestly, let's be clear. The only thing that's been Jesse recently was Kingsman, which is the most Jesse thing that's ever existed in the history of Jesseisms. That movie is basically the movie I would make.
Yeah,
The movie's great.
Kingsman is the perfect Jesse movie.
that dude at the end like totally bones an old chick.
He in the butt.
In the butt.
She's like, do it in the butt. Like, he bangs her in the butt. Then people's heads explode into fireworks of different colors.
It's implied that Obama's head explodes.
Yeah. It's basically a church is murdered. Everyone, and like one of the best
That
scenes I've
is
ever.
An amazing action scene.
That is maybe the best Jesse movie. If I had to make a movie, that's the movie I'd make.
Mark Hamill's in it.
Mark Hamill's in it?
Yeah, he was like
He was the science professor that gets his head blown off and sends
Was
Colin
it?
Farrell into a
in the
coma.
house. He was the guy like they.
That was Mark Hamill?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I'm not even kidding. And in the comic book it's based off of, it's literally Mark Hamill, the actor.
Gotta kill those blue bitches, man.
Shut up.
Heal everybody.
I had no clue that was Mark Hamill. Are you kidding me?
It's like the first time I've seen him with something up to himself.
First of all, watch The Flash. He's amazing. Also,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
show's amazing.
Oh, Salvador Zombie said I had amazing taste, but it
You
it
watch it, Alex?
beeped it out. I
Feels
agree.
good.
I agree. I have amazing taste. RPGs are my thing, dude. No, I didn't recognize his voice. Holy shit, that is Mark Hamill.
Beat me, I don't even know my eggs anymore.
He's just old now. Oh, Mark Hamill.
I love you.
Oh, God.
This is why you should be playing the whole time.
No, I enjoy
By the way, are we out of healing items? Chat's like, there goes all their healing items.
They're already gone.
Oh, Jesus, we have no
We're
healing
gonna
items
need to
going to
leave
this boss
then.
fight.
We're
This is
gonna
our
need to go all
point.
the way
All
back.
we had were tonics.
We need to
Running
leave.
out of tonics.
We need to leave and go to town and exit out.
Okay.
That's fine because we can save. Plus, that's a lot of experience we've gotten, and we needed tech points anyway.
Yeah, you
It's
weren't
true.
gonna beat this if you skip all the enemies. Like, this is one of the hardest fights in the game.
Up until this point. Plus, it's okay that it's hard because the music's so good. It's fine. I'm fine with the boss fight going on a long time. Oh, Magus, you're so good. Does Frog just learn heal?
Yes, he did.
No. Leave.
Is that Magus?
No, that's
but,
Ozzy.
But
Oh.
Ozzy is so easy though.
Are there
Alright.
two bosses?
But
defeat
but
Ozzy,
do
then
we
turn
but
around?
but can we
Don't, like,
can
take
we
his
stop
chance.
between
no,
Ozzy?
just look.
Let's just go back.
I didn't follow my instincts,
No,
and
but nah. Oh god.
Aha! I stole the treasure, and I'm hopping away.
No, I think Final Fantasy VI has a much. That's like, oh, save. Final Fantasy VI has a fantastic story.
Oh yeah, 6 is
I think the music's great, but
The thing about this game is that the story is like whatever you want it to be.
yeah.
It's like crazy. Like
Also, Frog is the main character. I don't care what I say. Let's be very clear now. Frog is the hero of this
How far
story.
back? Like, is this?
You have to go
dungeon-
through here, and then you can go back. You're in the open world again.
Is it? Is the crawl through here pretty bad?
No. It's
I think
pretty much
everything
just...
stays dead.
Yeah.
Nope,
Like,
never mind. I'm
literally,
joking.
He
Lol.
talked about like what he thinks about the prequels.
Yeah.
And he's like, they were okay. I don't know, they're just movies. And I'm like, dude, that was the Kennedy assassination of my generation.
That's amazing.
And
Who
the
said
best
that?
part, the best part, the guy shows up and like kills all those guys and gets them out of there, and they get away on like a snow, you call it a snowmobile.
On his villa?
I mean,
No.
like they can't shoot him because he's one of the people they're keeping, and they get off, and he's like,
Go there, and then
"Fly
one
up the
of them
cliff." He's
should
like,
say
"No, we're
market.
parachutes." They go flying off,
Yeah.
and they don't work, and they get crushed by this like this snowmobile, and then like all the guys show up in the cliff like, oh
Woo!
shit, and then
We have so
like,
much
5
money.
seconds later, the parachute
No,
goes
get
off, and
get
we're
just
dead.
fuck tons of mid.
That's
It's
amazing.
like no one laughed, but our boss is gonna be really pissed that we got Mark Hamill killed.
Now I want to read the comic.
Yeah, it's like, and the fact that they got actual actor Mark Hamill, like he wasn't playing himself, but it was great. That, like, he
Yeah,
was
buy mid tonics like crazy though.
I think we bought as many as we could.
Do you have 99 mid tonics?
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
99. Buy. We're fine.
That
I
took
guess.
like 2 seconds.
Yeah, man. Your work it was impressive going into that.
I'm fading fast, you guys.
No, bro.
No, bro.
No, fuck
bro,
you.
Bro.
Bruh.
No.
Bruh. Bruh.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I'm gonna go
Alex.
beat Magus.
Do we do that thing where we get naked
Alex.
and each other to
Oh,
Alex,
shit, that's
Alex,
boring.
do not make me
Look at that sneak.
sing the song
Look at
into
my
your head,
skills.
the
They call me
Magus
Juke
fight song
Juke.
into your head.
Ju-
I will.
Is this thing that was created in this stream or is
Someone said it in the chat, and I've been saying it ever since.
What?
Duke Jukem
Duke
is
Jukem.
real?
Duke Jukem is great. Duke Jukem is great for anything.
Jesse, Dodger, anyone in the room, have you explained to Gerard about item manipulation to turn them into males instead of vests? It's kind of important and really helps. No, we have not.
Go save.
I just saved before this.
What, outside?
Yeah. Ah, fuck you guys, let's go. I'll kill all you again.
Hench.
Do either of you all remember an RPG where the concept was no matter how far you level, monsters are always 10 levels above you and bosses are 10 higher or more? Nope.
Well, 8 they level with you, but they're not 10 levels above you. 8's great though. That's
Eight is not the best.
You're right. 10's the best one.
No, false.
is my
6 is
favorite.
clearly the best.
Six.
6 is the best Final Fantasy. 7 is a very close second. No, 9 is a very close
Here's the thing,
third.
I don't think that 7 is actually.
You haven't played it.
9 is really
No, I've actually played a lot of 7.
7 is good. 9 is better.
7's like.
I love 7.
7's like the first new Super Mario Bros. Where I'm like, this is a very good game. Very competent. But it's not like.
Seven's
The best.
7's a lot of fun though. There's so much to do in it. It gives you a lot of like. It's a very well-made RPG. I feel like
Just compare it to 6, and like now you know why it's the most popular RPG ever. Like, think about like just like it's like the Mario 64 for RPGs.
yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Be sure to heal though.
Speaking of healing
Hell yeah.
items, yeah.
I'm on it, brothers and sister in the room.
But use the regular tonics.
Who's not
Use
here.
the regular tonics.
We have
All
9.
about that tonic life.
Look.
Look.
You're gonna need mid tonics or your combat heals.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Tonics are
Tonics
one of-
cost 10 gold. Like,
Yes, they're nothing.
No, but yeah, I understand why
Yeah,
Final
three
Fantasy
for one
VII is
special.
so popular. It was the first big Final Fantasy game ever.
It's like a
Like-
movie compared to.
Yeah, just as an example, 6 and 5. Well, 5 didn't come out in the States, did it?
No.
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 So the
Eventually.
first 3 Final Fantasy games that were released in the States collectively didn't sell as much as Final Fantasy VII. And so even though I think Final Fantasy VI is better, no one played it. And so very few people actually played that game when it came out. So now it's, 7 is just a very popular game because it was in the psyche of the world, that kind of shit.
If you have any doubts, you can just watch the fucking movie Alex and I created on Final Fantasy VII. Jesse Cox is in that movie.
Watch the fuck out of that.
We put a lot of research into that shit,
That took a long time.
but it was fucking great. That's my
I like Final
favorite.
Fantasy V. I think it's a fun game. I like the mechanics of it more than I like the story.
With
But
butts,
yeah,
or actually, I think
I think here's what I would say: Final Fantasy VIII. If you like a good love story, Final Fantasy VIII's pretty okay.
It was my it was my first Final Fantasy, so that's why it's gonna be like the one that's always my
It's probably
favorite.
like the coolest.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of like we're trying to be very cool moments.
Also, there are a lot of those like when the gardens are like fighting and they have like these huge moments that up to this point with my fucking Game Boy and other systems I couldn't have realized, where I was like, this shit is insane.
But 6?
When you replay it though, you're like, Squall is like a bad character. He's like a very poorly written
6
character.
is like the movie it's like Ocean's 11.
6
It stars
like,
all
makes
your
sense.
favorite actors.
It's like makes sense.
Yeah, no, Final Fantasy VI is a fantastic story with about everything you could want. It has everything you could want in a story, and then it has so many amazing characters that everything you like. It's so hard not to love because it has all these characters that are all fleshed out. You as a player fall in love with one of them. It doesn't matter which one it is.
You have a personal connection.
You have a connection with a character in that story.
I gotta replay it. I only was there for 4 hours of the stream.
For Final Fantasy VI, my end party ends up being completely different people than my beginning party.
Yeah. For me, no matter what, my end party is usually always Terra, Celis, Locke, other person.
Mine is Edgar, Sabin, Mog, and other person.
Like, cause I like Terra because she's a fucking badass who takes no shits, and I like Celis and Locke's story, and then I'll usually pick someone else that I think will help the party.
Terra is never not the best person.
Right? She's great. She's
That's
fantastic.
Because normally it's like someone else who's the best person in the game.
Yeah.
Terra is the best person in the game.
Like, stat-wise, legitimately the best.
Yeah,
Does Final Fantasy VI have a cross-dressing scene? I mean,
That was 7.
yeah, no, it doesn't have a cross-dressing, but it does have an opera scene that is a legit.
Look into the sins of your
It
past.
also has like a really like
Love,
you lose.
As if today were
Yes.
your
Let's be
last.
clear. Final Fantasy VI, yeah, you lose. In Final Fantasy VI, even in victory, you've lost.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
Easy.
And even because the world ends in Final Fantasy VI.
Welcome.
Like how Ozzy's just cranking. Like, yes! Crank, 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 crank.
Get in here.
Nope.
One dark mail.
What does the Dark Mail do?
I think it's
Ow,
No!
Rex! How's this?
Do we take a lot of damage?
50.
50 each. Fucking yellow swag money.
Ow, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah!
Alright. What the? Impossible! Doomfinger, empty. Yeah, be sure to equip stuff.
FF7, can you suplex a train?
Yeah.
No! Then it isn't the best.
Let's be clear.
That's the best argument I've heard so far.
Yeah,
It's
but
true.
I will say, there's not, like, Omni Slash may be one of the fucking coolest moves ever.
Also, Final Fantasy VII has a thing where if you get 7,777 life,
points.
you basically become like an unstoppable killing machine, which is pretty entertaining. Also, this part
Fuck
is
you,
amazing.
Flea.
Also, Knights of the Round is cool.
Fuck yeah, it is 15 minutes of pure bliss.
I'm just glad that like Alex already agreed with me that we're gonna stream all of 8 and 9
All of 8 and 9.
together.
This is too much of a commitment. This is like a 40
Look,
hours.
Davis,
That's fine. I guess our friendship isn't worth that much
No,
to you. That's,
Davis,
that's cool.
Davis.
I'll do it.
Davis,
You can't throw our...
And he'll kiss me on the mouth with
Oh
tongue.
my god.
check this shit out.
What's up,
Okay,
dude?
what if...
What?
You tell me you're down with this.
Down
What
there.
if... I don't know how busy your schedule is in life, but what if one day a week we
That-
get together for like
that
6
I'll
hours
do. I'll do
and just
that.
fucking tackle...
Weekend.
I'll do
Hell yeah.
that.
Every weekend, we'll get together and we just put a good 6 hours in of just fucking Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Because I've never played 9.
So just so you know, when we play 8, I will like tear up. I was
Great.
like, Triple Triad came out, and I'm like, I want to listen to the entire soundtrack today, and I did, and I was just like, childhood
here's my
feelings.
Here's my
Fuck.
thing with 8. 8 is the only Final Fantasy I've played where I completely forgot the story because it was so not memorable for me.
It doesn't make any
First
sense.
of all,
make any
first of all,
sense.
Doesn't make
here's
any
how it goes. Let's break down by disc. The
One
first
guy
disc,
at
the
the
story
end of
is
the first
great. It's great. The first disc Everything just makes
Yeah,
sense.
then Squall dies.
Then it all becomes flim flam.
No,
Who cares?
You know, here's the best part. It's 4 CDs. The 4th CD is 1 boss fight. And it's an unnecessary, like,
Some really
now you're in a weird time parallel world. It's like,
really
this
big
is...
change.
I don't need this bullshit from you guys.
It's so stupid.
I got a lot of stuff going.
Look,
Junction-
you got your triple.
Junction-
I got a 2007
Final
camera.
Fantasy VIII stupid as shit. I will say...
The world's my oyster.
Junction.
You have your own condo.
I have 2
Yeah.
liters of Diet Coke at home.
Health
I don't need
insurance.
your shit.
You're good.
But
I don't
but I will
use-
say-
Fuck you guys.
Final Fantasy... I think Final Fantasy IX has an incredible ending. I like the way it ends.
Great ending, rollicking adventure, which is like
yeah.
missing from most Final Fantasies.
I think 10 is an okay story, but 10 is like we're gonna take ourselves too seriously the game.
Yeah,
10?
I love 10.
10 hit
10 to
me.
me gets it right.
10 hit me at like the perfect time.
I'm not a fan of 10.
High school. I was at a Catholic school. It was like.
Oh, and it's like we're gonna kill God in this video game.
Oh shit! The
10?
scene with Orin, where like when he dies, is like the flashback is like just fucking.
I will say I think the story
This
of
fight's been going on for way too long. It's just normal dude,
well,
isn't
yeah,
it?
you
No,
can kill
he's fighting
him.
the guy that took all your mana.
No, you're doing
Oh my
no
God,
damage
I'm
to
such
him
an idiot.
because he's physical defense. You're not paying any
Fuck me.
attention.
No.
You're just
I'm having a good time.
this is the
having
judge.
a good time. What?
This is the guy you were worried about.
Doesn't want to stop at all.
Yeah,
This is the guy that the dead guy told you about.
yeah, magic, homie.
I love
Uh,
it on there.
Salvarius 10 was not
Holy
the worst.
shit.
13 was not better. 13 is the worst piece of fucking shit.
By the way,
Whoa.
I put like 20 hours into that
no,
game.
13 shit.
I
Agreed.
can say it. That 13 is the worst
13 is
game
horrible.
that I've ever played 20 hours of.
No way.
13's awful. Also, can I?
Good.
It's a bad game.
Can I just
There's
say-
a bad story and bad everything,
13's
except for the
tough.
fighting.
Have any of you ever played through 11?
Yeah.
I played.
I
Wait,
played
the
through
MOBA?
No, the Final Fantasy 11, the MMORPG.
Yeah. The MMO. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I played that.
Yes,
for
MOBA.
So,
I meant MMO.
So-
weren't you away?
Yeah, I got lost
Pooping.
looking
so Final
at
Fantasy 11
paper
is a
stuff,
game
right?
that, even though the game mechanics were shit, like
Are the crystal
they're
things?
really behind for an MMORPG. The story was fantastic.
It was
like,
tight.
yeah,
I actually really liked having the subclass.
yeah. So you can
That
switch.
to me-
You can make one character and play
Well,
everything.
because I've played a lot of MMOs. That idea I thought was fascinating. So, but otherwise the combat was really slow and.
But like the story was the way they did expansions, unlike what WoW does, which I think is really silly. The way they did expansions is the end of every expansion led to another story.
No!
Led to
Where the fuck is Magus?
led to another story element that was like the end of the first storyline was, oh, you killed the like monster king or whatever his name was, the demon lord, and then you found out that like there was this whole other group of people who were there, and there's the other bad guys. And it's like, oh shit, we got to fight these other bad guys because that dude was just like a pawn.
Yeah.
And then when you fight those guys, it leads you to figure out that like one of the main good guys of the entire story was actually the bad guy the entire time. And then when you finally fight him, you learn that his little brother, who's like this little punk kid, is actually the older brother who's frozen in time. Like, it's a very Final Fantasy story. And then you learn about this whole background of like a race that existed long before you did. And then you have to like fight all these motherfuckers. And then one of the like bad guys goes super fucking Kefka, and in the next expansion he's the bad guy. Like, it went on for like 4 expansions. It was so good, and it's pointless to play now because there's no one who plays the game who could get you to all the stories.
You also can't solo that shit.
Yeah, and you can't
Come on,
solo it,
there's-
so you can.
Are these
all save
teleporters or
points?
not save points? There's a purple. Go up top. I think it was like. How did you know that?
I saw it glittering on the floor.
Oh.
So what do I saw it glowing purple for a sec earlier.
Just-
Alright, so what do should we just go on there? There's 4 of them. There's 4 of them, dudes.
Oh.
Oh
fuck.
shit, what happened?
Monsters.
Did you guys play 12?
I did.
Yeah.
12 is. Here's what I like about 12.
12 was cool as hell.
12 has
12
some.
had MMO combat. Like,
12
that's
has
what
some
I
really
felt
fun characters.
Yeah.
I think the characters in there are really, really fun, but it's basically Star
Alright,
Wars.
so magic.
Yeah, but the story was tight.
Oh,
Yeah. And again, I think I had the most fun playing as British Han Solo and Rabbit female Chewbacca.
Yeah.
I think that story, I love those two. I think they were great. I don't care that they were basically Han and Chewie. I don't care. I loved it. I love those two so much. That was a great
am I
story.
just fighting these things?
Yep. That's the real one.
That's the real one.
Oh, and for people who are like, Final Fantasy Tactics, what about that? Final Fantasy Tactics is amazing.
It's freaking great. It's just not really.
Yeah, it's not a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
But isn't it set? Isn't one of them set in the same world as 12?
12.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing.
Tactics Advance or
Tactics and Tactics Advance.
Tactics is set in Evolution.
Also, here's the best part.
Tactics is like what that game got me on the idea of like.
Here's the
oh
thing.
shit, this tactics idea is great.
Best underrated game, Square Enix game, Squaresoft game, Vagrant Story.
Yeah.
Vagrant Story
It's
is.
on my desk every day.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Vagrant Story is a game that is like a slow boil. It's a game where the first couple hours of the game you're like, it's good, but it's kind of like you're playing as one character and there's another character sort of guiding you through. And it's not really an RPG. It's sort of like
It's really
an action
it's
RPG.
Really cinematic. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
But the thing is, the last
Who made it?
Square Enix,
Same guy who made
and
Final
it takes place in the same world as Final Fantasy Tactics
Yes,
and Final
1 or
Fantasy
2.
12. It takes place in all those worlds, and all the music from that game is then in Final Fantasy 12 too. But
Is
here,
it not considered part of the?
no, not at all. It's its
Okay.
own lore. But the thing is like the story.
Motherfucker.
The story that
that's actually
takes
okay.
place is one that is so crazy and so good that the last. I've never felt this in my life because it's such a slow boil that by the time you hit the end, the last 2 hours of the game is literally just like. Once you're like you figure out who the bad guy is, you're like, let's get this
It's like an
motherfucker.
action movie, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
by
it
the end of it,
changed.
by the end of that
Fuck
video
me.
game, the last 2 hours of that game are fundamentally some of the most fun I've ever had. Because, yeah, you're right, Alex. It's like an action game, like an action movie. Like it's so good because it has all these characters and it plays.
After, like 2 hours before the end, it's like, all right, all the bullshit is done. Go kill this guy.
Yeah, and because it's like a mystery too.
Kinda
Because
like
you don't know who the bad guy is. Because basically, here's the plot, Davis. A cult
spy
leader.
movie.
Yeah. A cult leader has kidnapped a young boy who this Duke. It's like the Duke's son, and so you've been sent in, but also this group of. I'm trying to remember what they're called.
The risk breakers or something.
No, you're the risk breakers.
Oh,
They're like the
terrorists.
Crimson something.
What's
Should've
gonna
known
happen?
better.
Go
Should've
top.
the terrorists.
It's different.
No, but the terrorist, he's the bad guy. But there's another group of people have been sent in to save him too, right?
Yeah.
And so basically, this guy who's like
She's
this.
just like eating up time.
I know.
It's
I'm
so dumb.
fucking. I just keep. I don't know where to go.
This guy who's like
I
this
think
this
you're going the right way,
cultist.
you just have to dodge.
Have we already done Ozzy?
No.
No, we can't get to him yet.
He just keeps dropping you down.
But
Yeah.
but like the game's so good, it's so good.
Frustrating. I just wanna-
A Vagrant Story remake would be
I wanna
great because
whoop
it looks
his ass.
dated as shit. Agreed.
I want to destroy him.
And it was on
Frustrated
PS1.
right now.
PS2, I think. Maybe it might have been
Vagrant
PS1.
Story?
Yeah, PS1, right?
I gotta get a PS1 because there was a lot of that. I
But
missed
Vagrant-
basically, except for Crash and a couple other ones.
But
I basically missed every PS1.
But the basic story is literally like cultists kidnapped the son of a duke. You've been sent in, but also another group's been sent in too. And so you're like racing against this other group who's basically like fucking religious zealots.
You're like trying to figure out who Juntao is the whole
Yeah,
time.
you're trying to figure out like who the main bad guy is because the main bad guy also is a dude who has
Say Juntao.
like magic powers. He has a tattoo, like a crazy fucking tattoo that gives him like crazy. He has a claw hand, right? And it's like, who is this dude? And so you go through this
Yeah,
whole.
like, at the beginning, like he's like all weird. Like
He appears before you like magically.
kills
He
him,
taunts
like,
you.
doesn't die.
Yeah, and so you're like, who is this cult leader? And so you're chasing him around, and it's like a mystery. But at the same time, there are these other characters who are actively hunting him down too, and so you're racing against time because you're there to figure out the mystery, and they're there just to kill everyone. And it's amazing. It's like a fantastic game. And again, like the last 2 hours, it's like, holy fuck. And it's just a race to the end. And it's so good. The ending's so good. I love that game.
Ah, fuck, of course.
Look, I understand it's been an hour now, nothing amazing. We're working towards the amazing part. Chill
I'm
out.
trying. I'm going as fast
This
as I
is
can.
the first part of the game where I
we
feel like
never-
you are just you're just dragging it out. Like they're like you're fighting these battles all the time.
Well, we are checking to see if you leveled up.
I get it. You're in Karazhan. This is after the Romeo and Juliet
Just
fight.
saying, it's Vagrant Story's 50th anniversary this year.
Is it? Well, you have to do a 20th.
I don't know why you don't do more anniversaries.
Because only 20th anniversaries matter.
Look, I
10-year anniversary. Maybe if it's a short
Lightning
game.
2, fuck yeah, CK.
Maybe it's
Isn't Street Fighter's anniversary coming up? You know how quickly we beat through the story on that?
Capcom's
Best stream
30th
of the night.
day this year.
Just play Ken. It's a 45-minute stream.
Great.
We're done.
All right. What's my opinion of Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey?
Blue Dragon is.
I've never played Blue Dragon.
Dragon-
Lost Odyssey is okay.
Blue Dragon is fun. It's a little bit flawed. It's like definitely like an early Xbox game. But
Dragon Quest? Some of the man, there's a few really good Dragon Quest games. Some of them I'm not a fan of.
Dragon Quest 5 is really good. Dragon Quest 3 is really
5 is amazing, yeah.
good. Dragon Quest 8 is fucking perfect.
8 is a game that it took me a while to get into, but when I finally played it, I was like, holy
Same thing
shit.
with Dragon Quest 9.
Jesse,
yeah.
did you like the Final Fantasy 1 and 2?
No, because they're not really, they're really old. They're really old and dated, and there's not much to them.
They're not like, oh wow.
There's no reason
Dude,
to.
don't fucking play.
There's no reason to go back.
I did the PSP version a few weeks ago for the show. It's not fun.
It's rough. I mean,
You
you
gave it a pretty good
did
review.
a lot of bullshit though.
I did a lot of bullshit, but even for what it was still too
Like
much.
a large part of his headache was like the completion.
Here we go.
What the fuck is this? The fight?
Nope.
No.
Motherfucker! Come on, Ozzy! I'm just gonna beat your ass.
Now you understand what every
waiting for?
kid who was like 13 playing this game was like. God damn it, Ozzy! This is my like anger towards this game.
How did he not die?
I don't fucking know.
Now he's dead.
Fuck you.
Fucking
Kill that groupie.
Blanca
What is my opinion of
motherfuckers.
Grandia? It's okay. I mean,
Dude.
I never really got into it.
One of my favorite underrated Squaresoft RPGs, Saga Frontier. That game, if one of your characters dies, they legitimately die.
That's some breath.
Let me tell you about Fire Emblem.
Yeah, Fire Emblem. Holy shit.
Fire Emblem, there it is.
Also, Ogre Battles, which was a very fun game where you got tarot cards at the beginning that like told you your future and stuff. That was cool.
Golden Sun. When are we gonna play those?
I haven't played this. I've played.
Oh, yeah, that
You
is
played
true.
Golden Sun?
The first 2 Golden Suns are good. I haven't played the other
What was
one.
the something star? Alex, we just talked about this. It was on like the GB or DS. Something star.
I've never played The World Ends With You.
Oh, that game's fun. That game's really.
Fire Emblem is great. I like the first 2 Fire Emblem games.
I talked to you about this like a week or
Oh
two
my
ago.
god, the game where you were like, oh, it exists.
Where I was like, I had not thought about it until I saw it at like a game
I think
shop.
It's a Super Nintendo game.
No,
Golden
it was
Sun's
like
good. The Lunar series I thought was fun.
Lunar is awesome.
Yeah, Lunar Silver Star Stories I thought was fun.
Okay.
I looked over to you and I was just like, it's something in my eye. I'm tired.
There's like 5.
I feel like I played 2 Lunar games. I feel like Xenogears is a fantastic game. The first disc though is great. The second disc is a book. Like they basically
it's so good.
but they decided like fuck it, we're not gonna make gameplay. We're gonna make you read a lot.
That's fine.
It drove me crazy.
I love Metal Gear Solid.
I thought your shirt said hemorrhoids, Alex.
Hanging with my hemorrhoids.
I'm chilling with my hemorrhoids.
Chrono levels up.
Good
Yeah.
shirt. Good shirt.
R2D2 has hemorrhoids. C3PO's.
I didn't realize that
Fight?
was
Boss
part
fight?
of the,
And nothing else comes up. Oh, never mind.
It's canon, dude. R2D2 got hemorrhoids from sitting.
Dodger, you are yawning. You need coffee. This person says.
No,
Or another drink.
no.
Star Ocean's fun. I think Star Ocean's pretty fun.
There's a new Star Ocean coming out.
I was never like Legend of Dragoon is a fun game.
Legend of Dragoon is tight.
I don't think
Is
it's
that
a.
the RPG?
That's Fraser's favorite RPG
the one
game.
where you like.
Is it like
press the button.
super hard to find nowadays?
I don't think it's.
No, you can find it.
Legend of Dragoon is okay. Like I wouldn't say it's in my top
I was watching
10.
a video on YouTube about it, and like, it's really hard to like ROM.
Legend of Dragoon?
It's definitely not my top 10, but it's a fun
Legend of
game.
Dragoon.
That
Yeah.
game's tight, yeah.
The JRPG version of the
Legend of Dragoon?
There is a lightsaber fight happening off
It's
camera.
not
It
too
is
bad,
crazy
actually,
right now.
yeah.
It's on PlayStation Network.
Ha, 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 ha. You guys are missing a lightsaber fight. It's amazing. Ha, 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 ha.
Oh shit, you're right.
No, you cut off my hand. Luke,
Obi-Wan never told.
Dad, you're
about your
fighting
father.
too hard!
What's the one?
Bullshit.
Obi-Wan never told you about your... What is it?
No,
Oh,
it's
God.
from the Star Wars rap.
Yes, I'm saying, yeah.
Obi-Wan never bothered.
Then you about your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him. But there's something I must reveal that.
I'm your father. I'm your father. Yes, exactly.
It's not the east side.
No,
No, it is not. The beginning of that's the best part of the rap. The rest of it's okay. The beginning of that is the best. That is correct.
That is correct.
We got Death Star.
We got Death Star.
To all you Vader haters out there, we'll blow your planet up.
Just kill him. Like,
Four?
thing at him.
He's pulling up another thing?
Luca has a gun. Shoot him in his fucking
I think this
head.
is where he's like, oh boy, there's no
Oh,
one
he's
else.
out of it?
That takes cake.
Alright, now we're gonna kill him?
Speed belt.
Give it to...
KOTOR 1 or KOTOR 2, which is better? KOTOR 1.
One. Two
One's
is not
obviously
finished.
better.
2 is not finished.
I played KOTOR 2 for like an hour and I was like, this is
But you wanna know
KOTOR
what
1.
the best KOTOR is? Talking about Jade Empire.
Jade Empire's fantastic. That's an amazing game.
Talking about Jade
It's the one
Empire.
Bioware
That might be
game
my favorite
I
Bioware
ever
game.
played. I just didn't have the money to buy it at the time.
That might be my favorite Bioware game, is
Mass
Jade
Effect
Empire.
2 is my favorite Bioware game.
Oh shit, here we go.
That game is great.
Oh my god, no more fights? Holy shit! This is bullshit.
Outlaw!
This is bullshit. I'm sorry, I love this game so far, but this is bullshit.
I love that
This is
you're
the
getting so
longest
mad.
This is bullshit.
hand
I
job
love that
that
you're
I've
getting
ever
so
seen.
mad.
Like,
Dodger and I are like, yay!
this is, no. No. I
like
have
a trial.
conquered so many RPGs. This is up there with one of the most bullshit segments.
Nope.
Well, the point is that Ozzy is one of the most bullshit villains ever.
Yeah, he keeps running from you. That's the whole point of all of this. He's a fucking dick. That's why you're supposed to hate him, because Ozzy's a dick.
I hate his area more than anything.
Well, you'll never experience anything else like this in the game. So just appreciate it that you have it right
My
now.
area is your area, Mark, so you hate yourself then.
Oh shit.
Yeah, as
Mark.
Gerard,
Rethink your life, Mark.
Gerard,
Everything.
as chat is saying, Ozzy did promise you'd have to kill 100 guys to get to him.
That's true.
I
didn't
thought we
think
already did
literally-
that.
I killed like at least
No,
70.
you definitely didn't.
Is this what this is? I'm making up for the loss of enemies I didn't kill?
He did say you would have to kill 100
That
guys.
is bullshit, and you know it. Shenanigans.
Prince of Crows, you can't
Calling
sleep.
Ozzy out.
Do your spin shit. What are you doing? There you go.
No, I'm keeping that mana, bro.
You have ethers out the butt.
That's not true.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of ethers. He just got a
can't
lot of
buy
tonics.
ethers in store.
What is this, Pokemon? And then it lands on him and catches on fire.
It's like Final Fantasy VIII.
Holy shit.
I also like you, Alex.
Holy shit.
What does that mean?
Holy shit. What a roast.
Wow.
Fuck you, man. What are you, slap? Defeating me out of nowhere when I least expected?
Fucking like Final Fantasy VIII, man.
We're still on for fucking
Yeah.
dinner. Okay.
Yeah, we're still good for that.
I think that you're just too harsh on it, man.
On 8?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna play through it again, and you're gonna be like, we're gonna play it for like 5 hours. You're gonna be like, okay, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
I replayed it, and I was
No,
like,
just-
didn't we talk about this last time I played through? Where I was like, "Yo, Squall's not a good character."
No,
Like,
he's
like,
He's not a good character. He's not.
but did you read that article that someone was they played the Japanese version?
And he talks.
Yeah, that his dots, his ellipses, they're actually there's dialogue in the Japanese version.
There's gotta be
There's some lazy fucking American translator that
Well,
just
did they fix it
no,
in the Steam version?
of course not.
My favorite version of Squall is the one from Kingdom Hearts. Because he's way more badass than he is.
You mean Leon?
Because
Leon.
fucking Angel is like voicing him.
Oh, I don't care shit about David.
Hey Dodger, stop, no.
Spamming my own.
Stop
chat.
spamming cats.
How do I do that?
Can I press one?
Oh my god.
Open it up.
God damn it.
The ones you have.
Oh.
You guys are the worst.
Oh shit.
You guys are the worst. Chat, stop
No,
them.
you know what's the worst? This fucking hallway.
Do you have
And
any
the one
eyes
before
on
that?
the-
Oh, and the 3 flights of stairs before that. Twice in a row. And then the
What's gonna happen
segment
with the
where the
coffee?
elevators rose.
Sherlock.
And I fucking kill all the guys. And he's like,
Over here.
oh fuck. And then the part where he
Send
put
it.
pits everywhere underneath.
I wanted them to both look at
Those
the
are the
coffee.
worst
Oh,
parts.
no.
Worse
No,
than the
it's- no,
chat right
it's
now.
gone.
Uh-huh.
Did you
Nope.
just light a
Nope.
fire?
Definitely not,
Yes,
Gerard.
so, geez.
Definitely not worse than chat.
Yes.
This is pretty
I
bad.
would tolerate that. Than any
Yeah, come on, Murkies.
What do you call those things? The Trendor has a lot of ways.
You guys are the
Alex,
worst.
if
You
start
guys
looking up
chat,
what
you're the
Final Fantasy,
worst.
it's fine.
Cut it out.
Squishables?
Fuck yeah!
Here we go.
Hold on.
We'll do 9.
I'll play through.
No, we'll do 9.
I'll play through.
I'll have a good time because I haven't opened
Make sure to
mine.
equip stuff, Gerard.
What am I equipping?
And a large heart.
Anything you've gotten. Make sure you have all your items
Gerard and I'll
equipped.
play 8, and we'll spend like 20 hours farming.
I've played.
Is the
magic.
is the flint edge
I
worse than the
played
slasher?
it. I crushed it.
Yes, it is.
I made that game my bitch.
All right.
You seem to hate it. And I'm like,
I think
about the
that
speed belt,
junction
though?
is dumb.
okay. That's too bad.
Well, we want speed on Luca.
What's the hero medal do?
Oh,
it ups his hero medal. Ups his.
Actually, here's the thing though. Does crit matter when you do your team moves?
I have no
Because
clue.
I don't know.
That's basically all we use him for the boss fights.
All right, this emote shit is getting out of hand. It has gotten out of
I
hand.
actually don't know the answer to that question.
Y'all are crazy.
Because I'm like,
I don't
Alright,
know that I've ever
bitches.
criticized.
well, when she was saying for the boss, like, oh, do extra
Rah!
500 damage.
Thy
It never did
time
more
has
than that.
cometh,
It did, like,
Aussie!
exactly that every time. So
Let's
you're
do
like,
this shit.
well, fuck. Then we could just give him something else. Like, give him points and more health.
One thing I'll
or
say in this fight is
kill him.
don't see what else you can focus on other than him in this fight.
So don't. Okay.
What do you mean?
What can you attack other than him while you're fighting
Spoilers.
him?
I'm sure Sir Magus has already called for reinforcements. Wait until Lavos arrives.
Bitch, he arrives in 900
I shan't be defeated.
years.
No
Yeah,
form of attack will break my barrier.
According to the guide, Ozzy's not the only target here. Hit everything but Ozzy.
So all the chains it's gonna drop and shit on him. Attack that shit, man.
What?
Attack all of those things.
Watch where you're aiming.
It's gonna drop something.
Oh shit!
Oh, fucking hell.
There's only one left.
If I have to climb all the way back up, I'm gonna be sweet.
No, of course not. This is an easy fight. This is
And then
your
he dies.
reward for him being a douchebag.
And then he dies right here.
Eh? See you later, bitch.
Get out of here.
Later, you freak bitch.
Later, freak bitch.
See you later, you green asshole.
That guy was totally bent. We must hurry to Magus's place.
Yeah.
Use that tent if you can.